Welcome to our ESF virtual open house. My name is Michael Rouse. It's wonderful to be here with you tonight. We are going to share with you all the great things that are happening at Chapin School Princeton tonight, which we have planned for the summer of 2024. I have a special guest that I'm very excited to introduce you to, and it's the head of school, Bill Ennist, who is the leader of Chapin School Princeton, which we're really grateful for him to be with us tonight. So thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
So tonight we have an agenda that we put together for everyone, which is really why choose ESF in the summer at Chapin School, some camp options that are available, some programs and some additional information that you may have some questions about, how to enroll, and then a Q&A at the end. As I mentioned, we're celebrating our wonderful relationship with Chapin School Princeton, and the head of school, Bill Ennist, is with us tonight. And Bill, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I've actually been at Chapin School since July as the head of school. Very excited to have inherited the ESF partnership from my predecessor, Barbara Pesteris, who was the head of school for 6 years. I've been in independent school education for over 30 years. This is the third school that I've been a head of. We're very excited to have students on our campus during the summer. It's a nice year-round experience. It's what the facility is made for, is to have children learning and having fun. So we're excited to be able to continue that during the summer. And if any of you are interested in learning more about Chapin at any point, either afterwards or in the days to come, please reach out, and we'd be happy to help you.
Thank you, Bill. And I'd like to tell you just a little bit about our experience at Chapin. It's been wonderful over the years. We have been in the Princeton community and Lawrenceville community for over 30 years. And when Lawrenceville decided to do their massive construction, which was going to be a multi-year undertaking of really re-engineering the entire campus, which would have massive construction happening throughout, our first choice was to look for a wonderful school with a great reputation, that's child friendly, and that's doing amazing things in the classroom for students, both in the classroom and outside the classroom. And that was Chapin. And we've been so impressed with the great things that Chapin does to help students become the best versions of themselves. And we saw very similar mantras as well as core values that we are so proud of doing when it comes to building children's self-esteem and self-confidence. And Chapin does such a great job in doing the same. So we're really excited about this partnership, and we are always excited to introduce Chapin to new families, both for summer camp as well as school. So should you ever have any questions, just ask any of us about Chapin. We're happy to tell you about it. Also with us tonight is Michelle Sklar, our regional director, who's been with us for a number of years, as well as Jessica Poe, our admissions coordinator. Both of them are experts in the field of what camp is all about for your child. They are masters when it comes to telling parents about, what is best for their child in terms of their child's interests. They match that interest with a program that might suit them best. So feel free to contact us anytime and speak with Jessica or Michelle to get some of their guidance should you be questioning like what program might be the right one for my child. So thanks for joining us. Just to give you an idea, this is a virtual open house that's being done in a webinar format. You can see us, but we cannot see you. So if you're raising your hands, unfortunately, we can't see you, but we value your questions. And as we proceed through the presentation tonight, please enter any questions you may have using the Q&A function in Zoom. We'll answer as many questions as we can tonight as they come in. as well as at the end of this presentation. We're also really happy to follow up with you about any specific questions you may have regarding your child and their summer learning. So we can absolutely follow up with you tomorrow as well. And we are recording this presentation, and a copy will be made available to you in the next day or so, which we'll be sending out to our family base as well. Just to learn more about how to submit questions, you can click the Q&A icon to type your questions right there by just hitting that icon. And as I mentioned, we will answer as many questions as we can tonight. And we can also follow up with you in person tomorrow with any specific questions relating to your child. So just a little bit about us. We've been since 1982 running summer camps, and what is our report card is really the impact that we try to make every year. And in 2023, we survey all of our families who participate in our camps. And one of the reasons why we have a high percentage of retention with parents coming back year after year for their child is the positive results that they're seeing as a result of their experience at ESF camps at Chapin. And so by the numbers, 99% of our campers really enjoy camp. The parents feel that the camp environment is the safest camp they've ever attended. 98% feel that that ESF is the finest camp around. 98% also felt that we exceeded their expectations, and 97% feel that we've increased their child's self-confidence. This is kind of our report card that really helps us, as our guiding light. Our job is to make sure that parents, as they drive away, don't ever have to worry. Our job is to make sure that your child really tries new things, develops new friendships, comes home with a new best friend, as well as a real great interest in something new that they learned this summer at camp. We offer about 60 plus activities at ESF in the summer at Chapin, and it allows campers to try new things and to develop as they go. Why our reputation is really, makes us driven to excellence. And so we've won some various awards and accolades over the years, being the best camp around in each of the markets that we serve in the main line and down in Bethesda, the Princeton area. We were considered the safest camp in America 6 years ago by the Food and Allergy Network. One of the most prestigious awards that we won in 2019 was the Aspen Institute gave us an award as one of the world's best summer enrichment programs for social and emotional learning. We're the only summer enrichment program that's ever won this award worldwide, and we're really proud about that. And so we continually try to raise the bar in excellence in everything that we do, and we're grateful for it. And as I mentioned, Project Play is the award that we won from the Aspen Institute, and we were very excited to receive that. So our mission is really to provide the finest experience to people of all ages, an experience that will be remembered for a lifetime. One of our camps that we run for the Philadelphia Phillies is Phillies Fantasy Camp. We just came back from that last week. We had about 200 campers between the ages of 30 to 92 that came and lived their Major League Fantasy. So that's why we're really trying to create that experience for people of all ages. And it's wonderful to see a 60-year-old turn into an 11-year-old really quickly by the way we create these experiences, especially at Fantasy Camp. But our difference that we really call the ESF difference is really about these 6 different items. One is we really hire a dynamic, experienced staff, people who have worked with children before. Very rarely do we ever hire someone where it's their first job. They all are either education majors, teachers, or future teachers. And that's really important when it comes to the makeup of our staff. The second is we're really in the character development area by building life skills. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight, just like Chapin does such a great job. We're really trying to help our campers become the best versions of themselves by building those character muscles. Third, we really are extremely impressed with the premier facilities at Chapin. It is such a safe, child-friendly, focused area of kind of learning labs that the campus provides us with, which is fantastic, which allows us to do every activity both inside and out, rain or shine. The fourth is that we limit the enrollment of our camps so that everybody is on a first name basis, so that we know everyone and that everyone's always safe. We're not like other camps in the area, which will take hundreds and hundreds of children. We're really focused on getting to know every one of our campers, helping them achieve their goals, and letting them have the time of their life every summer. The fifth core value, really difference is really our impeccable safety record. It's because of the ratio that we have our groups with our camper to staff member ratios, which are the lowest in the area. And last but not least, we really pride ourselves on a logistics of the way we run our camps. We try to choreograph every single day with theme days to, a really cohesive car line, which you have staff members putting our campers in and taking them out each day, with giving parents accessibility to be able to speak to our staff at any time. We really try to choreograph that with great logistics that we really follow up with on the detail. We have a lot of our campers who return year after year, and we make sure that no two summers are ever the same, with a lot of dynamic changes in themes and activities and curriculum and projects, so that you won't see the same types of things every summer coming home. So I talked about the premier facilities at Chapin. It is really a phenomenal kind of learning lab for our campers in the summertime. The campus is really transformed in the summertime into really a playground, a learning labs with state-of-the-art facilities, which we can do rain or shine. We have an outdoor swimming pool. We have incredible art studios, science labs, athletic fields, playgrounds. Just it provides everything for our campers. And we're so excited to be able to use it exclusively. We also have some other added key elements that make ESF unique, and that is our staff is all adult, experienced people. They receive about 15 hours of training and possess really a deep commitment to the development of each camper. We rank our staff every year, just so you know. We really are looking at our top performers, our staff members who are always safe. And then obviously if anybody was ever unsafe or inexperienced, they're removed immediately that day. And so we only bring back our top 80% every year. Even if somebody was very safe and did an average job, we just try to encourage some new energy with new staff members, at least with 20% of new people every year. And then our curriculum is really unparalleled. We have a full-time staff who work year-round in creating that 9 weeks, 10 weeks of summer, which is really an explosion of excitement and fun and learning. So that is what I mentioned, that no two summers are ever the same. And we've got curriculum and lesson plans for every single activity that we do every single day. So we have some partners that are involved in the curriculum development that we work with. So the Franklin Institute, we design curriculum with them, which is all STEM based. Under Armour, which is a partner of ours with our sports lab, our multi-sports camp, which offers 8 different sports every week. Nemours Health is our medical team, who we've done a lot of research with, and they have been fantastic as a partner when it comes to keeping our campers and our families safe throughout the year. Dartmouth College is a wonderful partner that we're studying with them really what learning's all about from pre-K all the way up to undergraduates. And so we're doing some interesting, exciting work with them, some project work with them. Our relationship with the Phillies has been 30 years strong. As I mentioned, I just got back from Phillies Fantasy Camp with Michelle and a few other of our staff members. And we also run the youth development programs for the Philadelphia Phillies as well. The 76ers has been a partner of ours for 5 years. We run the youth development programs in the summertime, which are all camps. The Youth Performance Institute is a nonprofit which is centered around character development with Dr. Jim Lair, who you'll see on the right-hand side, who's a leading child psychologist and performance coach. And Dr. Munya Khanna is a researcher, an author, and also a doctor in child anxiety and OCD. And Dr. Jack Becker is our medical doctor who's top allergist in Philadelphia. So about 3 years ago, we were voted the safest camp in America, and we really take this very, very seriously when it comes to your child's safety and their health. And as you know, since the pandemic, mental health has become kind of a critical component for schools, for camps, and for everyday life. So why we really continue to evolve to try to always stay the safest camp in America is by really having the lowest camper to adult ratio, to really have that situation awareness of our campers, knowing should they ever be challenged or having a difficulty in any way, shape, or form. We are a bully-free campus. We do not allow it, and that people will be removed if there's ever any bullying. And our campers really understand there's only 3 rules at camp at ESF at Chapin: respect oneself, respect others, and you respect our camp environment at Chapin. And those are the only 3. And we really live by those 3 rules. Those are agreements that each and every camper agrees to, and we're very proud of that, those 3. As I mentioned, also our staff receives 15 hours of training. Every single staff member, including our alumni staff, our veteran staff, continue to refresh themselves with the training. And I mentioned also that we rank our staff every year and do not invite back our 20%, even though that they were safe. We evaluate our team every day at a 4:00 directors meeting, and we have a very high percentage of our team members who return year after year. One of the other unique things about ESF at Chapin is we have what we call traditions, which really is threaded with character and life skill development. These are traditions that we've developed over the last 40 years since 1982, along with our character building curriculum that we've developed with Dr. Jim Lair. And the idea is to really help build campers' talents, their curiosities, their self-esteem, and their social skills. And we really believe in that, in doing so by developing those muscles of character, of empathy, of leadership, of problem solving, resiliency, responsibility, self-awareness, self-confidence, and service. Whether your child is 3 years old or 15 years old, we can assure you that the way we've developed our curriculum through our traditions at camp, that we'll be really developing these muscles of character. So every group and every team will have a chance to have a leader, which will build that leadership development. If they're in sports lab, it's what we call our captains. If they're in day camp, it's what we call our scouts. And if they're in senior camp, it's what we call our ambassadors. And so we're constantly trying to develop that leadership piece. Also, our counselors will be giving our campers at times problem-solving skills to learn, but through some different clues. they'll also have responsibility as a captain or an ambassador or a scout. They'll also really talk, really be self-aware of that situation awareness and develop the self-confidence where we're trying to capture our campers doing great things by letting them know about it. Lots of our campers come from different schools, about 50 different schools, where at times they're being told throughout the school year, don't do this, don't do that. And when they come to Chapin in the summertime, it's really about catching them doing great things and letting them know about it. And that's really where that self-confidence really takes off, where it builds that confidence level for campers, and then they're able to try new things as a result. We also have a couple traditions which involve some really fun characters who appear at camp. Captain Respectacular is one of them, and he or she shows up at any given time unannounced and really teaches the campers some valuable lessons in leadership, teamwork, gratitude, and above all, respect. He's definitely a hero and role model for our campers to look up to, and really the campers absolutely love Captain Respectacular. Our Spirit Stick and Oracle challenges are for our day campers and our senior campers. This is kind of the Stanley Cup of each of those camps. Our campers take great pride in winning it each day. And when they win it, they have to protect it, they have to respect it, and then they have to look out for it, which is really great. I won't go much more into it because it's a huge tradition at camp and something that our campers cherish. And obviously, to earn the Spirit Stick or Oracle, we have a really fun kickoff event every morning, which each bunk is kind of vying for, and there's a winner every day, and they get a chance to earn it and carry it throughout the day. We also have the Go Big Award and You Rock Award, which is really something that our campers could receive from a staff member of ours when they show gratitude, respect, and appreciation for their peers by being in gratitude. BIG stands for begin in gratitude. And so every once in a while, you may see your camper coming home with these cool orange sunglasses. And don't worry, they didn't buy it. They earned it, and they were given that. And then, as I mentioned, we've got a leadership development program for every single age group, regardless of what grade or camp your child is in, which they can become either a scout, a captain, or an ambassador based on whether they're in day camp, sports camp, or senior camp. Every week, we also have some dance parties and pep rallies. So dance parties for day camp and senior camp, pep rallies for our sports camp. Campers love it. Music is blasting, and it's a ton of fun. And just so you know, Chapin's layout, the topography of the campus is fantastic. It allows us to really have our youngest campers in an area where it's just them with our staff, our senior campers in another part of campus, and then our sports campers in another part of campus. So we're able to really contain our campers in different areas where they're feeling comfortable, where they're not seeing little kids or bigger kids bigger than them. And it really allows them, when they have dance parties or pep rallies, where it's just them. Our day campers at times will be part of the pep rally, where they have created banners and things like that. For some of them have older siblings which are in sports camp, so they'll be able to be given a chance to see that pep rally in action. And then car line is something that we really pride ourselves on. Every morning and every day at the end of the day, we will meet and greet your child at the car line. It's a very safe and fun way to start and end each day by pulling up. You've got music playing, or you've got a happy staff member coming to see your child. We learned a tremendous amount from Disney by benchmarking with Disney for about 15 years in a row. and really proud of that. And lots of parents compare us to like a Disney experience where people are friendly, very professional, and things are always done, with great thought and deliberate intention. We have a special tradition also, and that is what we call our Legends jacket. So campers who are with us for 10 years receive this, and they're proud recipients of a jacket. You can't buy it, you're giving it, and they are always the first kind of in line for a future job with ESF. About 20% of our staff are former campers, and most of them are legends. They kind of grew up with us over the years. We're really proud about that. So they know our traditions and our process really well because they experienced it as a camper at one point. Another fun tradition that we have are to catch campers doing great things is superhero cards that we have. And we've kind of gamified it where if a staff member sees someone doing a great job with another camper, they'll go up to that camper and just say, "Hey, I want you to pick a card. You deserve this. You did a great job doing that." And for some campers, they have no idea that somebody just caught them doing something really great, and it's usually for things that are out of the ordinary, where somebody's kind of held the door. They could have walked through, but they held it for someone. And we're trying to, again, like I said, catch campers doing great things without them even where they didn't really even know that they did it. And so we use our superhero cards to do that. Some of our top staff members also have their own superhero cards, so it's been a bit gamified, and our campers collect them, which is really a big hit on campus. We won't spend much time, but you'll see Michelle Sklar's card, and a lot of our other top performers have their own card, and it's fun. And so it's very different. And again, our campers love collecting them. We'll have to get Bill his own. So a couple great camp options that we have at Chapin this summer. So we have a mini camp, and that is for rising grades preschool and pre-K. It's for that child who is now potty trained and wanting to experience what a half day or a full day of camp is like. It's a really great transition into the school year. Day camp is for rising K through second graders. Again, every camper is grouped according to their age and grade level. Our multi-sports camp is for rising first through ninth graders. Again, all grouped according to their age and grade level, where they learn different sports, which we'll tell you a little bit more about tonight. Senior camp, it's kind of like, it's really designed to broaden the horizons of an older camper, and that's for rising grades 3 through 8th. Then we have some specialty camps called major camps, both on the STEM side and also on the tech side. And then we have a young leaders program for rising ninth graders and 10th graders. And then we also have offsite, what we call Bold Summers, which we run at University of Pennsylvania, a pre-med program for rising 11th and 12th graders as well, which is really a very special program that is a select student who really is interested in possibly getting into medicine one day. And it's a 4-week intensive program at University of Pennsylvania Med School. So some different camp options to look forward to. So as I mentioned, mini camp is for our rising preschool and pre-K. Day camp is for rising kindergarten, first and second graders. To give you an idea of a typical day of activities, we begin every day with a morning assembly. Again, with every camper's bunk in their appropriate age groups. There's daily swimming instruction, there's sports, there's arts and crafts, science and nature, some team building activities. We have our imagination playground, which is like kind of a big Lego project for outside, which is really cool for the campers to do. Movement and mindfulness. We have our play zone for our younger campers. We have our Gaga pits. We offer archery for first and second grades. graders. And then we also have all of our time-honored traditions and weekly theme days and special events that happen every single week. So I'll let Michelle take it from here.
Great, thanks, Michael. So as Michael mentioned, we have our sports lab program, which is for rising 1st through 9th graders. And this has really come full circle from Under Armour. They have helped us write this curriculum and help us bring that character piece into the curriculum. It encompasses 8 sports, and we do 2 sports a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. But the 8 sports that they would do throughout the week would be basketball, baseball, soccer, flag football, lacrosse, swimming, European team handball, and street hockey. And this is really for the camper that just wants to play every sport. This is not, it's a fun level of competition, but they do, different themes throughout the week with it. But really, it's more just about the fun aspect of learning 8 different sports. For senior camp, this program is for our 3rd to 8th graders. And, we want to differentiate between our day campers and our senior campers. So we really bring in some really new fun things. We have what we call True Life Adventures. They change every year, and they are things that kids want to learn. Maybe we've done the Rubik's Cube, we've done sign language, we do cooking. So every week there's a different True Life adventure that the campers will spend 1 period a day focusing on, and they really look forward to that time. They have swimming in senior camp as well. Electives. So we know that not every camper wants to do every activity. Maybe your camper loves sports. Maybe they love arts and crafts. Maybe they love archery, whatever it is. So in the afternoon, at the end of the day, they will get to pick what they do and go to electives, and they'll get to choose those with their friends or on their own. And then it's a great way for them to meet new friends and mingle with campers that are in different groups. They'll also have art. They have team sports, camp games, and senior quest, which is a really fun period in the day. It's a lot of team building type stuff. So they do like the great boat float, where they will collect recycled materials around camp, and they'll have to build a boat with it. And then they try to, at the end of the week, they have to see if it'll sink or swim, with a counselor trying to ride it across the pool. Again, really fun, really exciting team building experiences, and that is definitely a camper favorite. So Michael mentioned that we have our major camps, and those are different ages. And on the website, it will tell you, you can put in your camper's age. These are all rising grades. You can put in your camper's age, and it will tell you what major camps they can attend. But we have art camps. We have STEM related camps, which have all different types of science, engineering, innovation, and our technology camps are very highly touted at the Chapin location. Those always fill up. So if your camper is interested in technology, I would sign up for those sooner rather than later. Minecraft, Roblox. And again, those are based on campers' age, and the curriculum is age appropriate for them. So the Young Leaders Program is something that we brought back a couple years ago. It's something that we had years ago, and we did bring it back. In this program, you have to be selected to do this program. You have to have been a camper with us, and so that we know, your character, and, that we feel that this is a program that we want to do with you. So you have to be a high achieving individual. You have to really want to work with the campers. And we're going to do a lot of community service projects with this, team building initiatives. There's going to be coaching. So your day is spent going to our staff meeting in the morning to hear what's going on for the day. So you're it's that bridge between being a camper and being a staff member. So you're going to go to our staff meeting in the morning, and then maybe you'll do some shadowing in the morning, and then you'll work on your service learning hours, and then you'll go back to shadowing. And it gives these campers, again, this bridge between these campers and these staff, a great opportunity to see for the following year what program would they want to work with us? And we'll give them an opportunity to do all of the different programs. So if they're really a sporty kid, then they're going to want to be shadowing a coach. But we're also going to encourage them to shadow a counselor as well, because they never know, maybe the counselor role is where they would want to end up. And we will do all types of, again, we're going to make sure that they are followed. We're going to give a lot of feedback on this. And then at the end of the summer, we're going to talk to them about whether or not, they're ready to be a staff member with us for the following year. So what's new this year? There's always something new, right? We don't want to give away all of our secrets at once, but we will tell you some of the things, right? There's going to be new theme weeks. The theme weeks, especially for the younger campers, are super exciting. With new theme weeks brings new Wacky Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, we have a different dress up type thing. Maybe it's luau, maybe it's costume, maybe it's, wear red, white, and blue for July 4th. So whatever it is, but there are new ones every single Wednesday. And it's really exciting. Nothing gets campers more excited than coming to camp dressed up in their whatever their Wacky Wednesday is. And also, I will tell you, I've been to many, many locations. The Chapin staff always is dressed up for Wacky Wednesdays. So I love coming there and seeing everybody dressed up on Wacky Wednesdays. New art curriculum, new service learning opportunities, and always camper favorites are the after camp events, the Stars and Stripes and Sprinkles ice cream party. So that's always around July 4th week. They get to stay after camp for an ice cream party. And then for the second graders, they get a sleep under where they stay after camp, and they don't sleep over, they sleep under. Usually we do some sort of a pizza party or something, and they can stay after camp and just, kind of rule the roost for a couple of hours and be, big man on campus. And they really do love that. So in sports lab, what's new, there's going to be new tournament days, Iron Camper events. So we do an Iron Camper week in sports where it is all week long. We are tallying and they're doing all different types of things. We bring in a huge inflatable for that. And they get timed on how fast they can get through the inflatable, or how many, basketball, can you shoot in a minute, whatever the competitions of the week are, we are competing for that. So there's going to be new events for that. World League is something, again, that we had done for many years. We had put a pause on that due to COVID, but it did come back last year, and it is definitely a camper favorite. It happens twice a summer, where we travel to our William Allen Middle School location in Morristown, and it's just intercamp games, and we compete, and all the ESF locations compete and earn points, and then they get ranked between all of the locations. But it is definitely a camper favorite to go off site and go to another location, see what they do, and compete against other people instead of just people within camp. So if that's something that you're interested in, or you think your camper would be interested in, it is listed on the website what weeks we do have World League. And then we also do advanced training for our older campers, our 6th grade and up. And that again is curriculum that was designed by Under Armour, and it's to move better, faster, stronger, and longer. So senior camp, again, we're going to have new TLAs and electives. Those are all listed on the website. So you can go to the website and see what the TLA for the week is and what the electives are. Those are all there for you. And they definitely are new this year. Senior Showdown is a lot like the activities that I was mentioning for Sports Lab, where it's competition week. The Senior Showdown events, same thing. It's a week-long competition where they're doing, all different types of things and competing against. So it'll be, each group will compete against one another. Again, really, really fun. New themes, new Wacky Wednesday, new art, new service learning, and the after camp events in senior camp are the Great American Picnic, the Surf's Up Beach Bash, and the pizza and pool party, which again is a huge hit. Campers stay after camp. We order pizza. They get to go swimming, in the evening. They love that. And our biggest event of the summer is our Ultimate Games, which is our camp-wide, what some people would call a color war. So we divide the camp up into blue versus green, and it's just all about blue and green for the week. You wear blue and green all week. Everything that you do, you can earn points for. and they compete all week. And on Friday, we do a big reveal as to who won blue or green. It's always very, very close, right to the very, very end. And it really is great. There are parents that decorate their cars driving through car line. They've got blue streamers, green streamers, just to really get into it with their campers. So hopefully it'll be another great Ultimate Games this summer. So the specialty programs, the physical and earth sciences, these are the Dino Detectives, Spy Camp, Space Explorers, and Blast Off. Those are all what we call TFIs. It is the Franklin Institute. So we partner with the Franklin Institute, and they write the curriculum for these programs based off of, you know, their knowledge in science. And then we hire somebody, they train our staff members in these programs, and we run these programs. We've been doing them for many years. These are very, very popular. Again, we'll sell out very quickly. Junior Doctor was new last year. The campers absolutely loved it. It's doctors group that comes in. They teach them all about the human body, how to be a doctor, and they do. I was in the vet one last year, and they were using tweezers to take a tick off of a fake tick, obviously, off of a stuffed animal, but they were showing them, you know, how they would remove a tick if they were in the vet's office. Great, really fun things like that. And then Oceans in Motion and Marine Biology, those are science ones, obviously, and those have actual live animals that come in. So they're bringing in different ocean and marine animals, and the campers are learning about them. And then some of them they can actually touch and hold and feel. Some of them they can just observe, but campers love that because it has the live animals. And then the Lego ones, that is run by our Lego company that we've got. The campers are building these elaborate Legos all week long, and they absolutely love that as well. So these are some of our most popular ones. So we also have art. We have a woman, her name is Lisa Steinberg. She has been with us for many, many years doing our art, and she's coming back this year. She had always done fashion for us. We haven't had fashion for a couple of years. She is actually writing the curriculum for fashion, and we'll be doing fashion this year. Fan favorites, they absolutely love Lisa. She's been around forever, and she's really, really into it. So if your camper is into art, definitely sign up for art with Lisa. Special effects flicks. This is an outside company that comes in and does it's like movie making. So they do it, and at the end of the week they get to you'll get a copy of what they've come up with and whatever their theme is. Great. Taylor Swift is all the rage, in case you guys hadn't heard of her. And I'm sure many of your campers are Swifties. So we are doing a dance camp again this summer. We had it last year. I was at the recital at the end of the week. It was great. The kids loved it. This year they're coming back, but it's going to be a Taylor Swift theme. So you will be hearing, if you don't already hear a lot of Taylor Swift in your home, that week you'll be hearing a lot of it to prepare for that. So that's great. Technology. Again, Minecraft, Roblox, all of these are, you know, we have a tech person that comes in and teaches these. They are huge, huge sellers at Chapin. Everybody loves those. So the pool, everybody wants to know the pool. So the pool is the highlight of camp. It's the highlight of everybody's day. We have a great aquatics team there. The aquatics director has been with us for a very long time, and all of our staff is certified through the American Red Cross. So all of our lifeguards are American Red Cross certified, and our lifeguards are not only lifeguards, but they are swim instructors as well. So they will give your campers, the youngest campers will get swim lessons every single day. The older campers have free swim. So if your camper is getting swim instruction, you will, so the first day of camp, every camper is tested for their skill level, and we've determined what their skill level is, and then they'll be placed in a swim group, and then they will spend the week in that swim group. At the end of the week, you will get a swim report, so you know what your camper has done, how they've progressed. And then if they've moved up into the next group, then they'll move up the following week, if they're there the following week. If not, they'll stay in that group until they've mastered the skills that are required for them to move up. But again, you will get a report each week to let you know how your camper is doing in the pool.
All right, our extended day, Club OT is what we call it, and that is should you be interested in extending your child's day, either beginning before camp begins or after camp ends every day. We are on campus at Chapin from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. with different types of programming options for families. Our campers, again, are all divided upon their age group and grouped according to their age and grade level. So they'll be able to do a wide variety of activities either before camp or after camp, which include sports, games, crafts, book club, drama, and much more. We provide a nutritious afternoon snack and bottled water for our Club OT group of campers, and we would just ask parents to please pre-register in advance so that we have the proper ratio and the proper staffing that stays after or comes earlier every day. We have an optional lunch program also. The great chef at Chapin provides a wonderful option of lunch, both hot and cold for our campers. We'll have pizza days, we'll have meatball subs, we'll have chicken patty sandwiches, ham and cheese sandwiches. On different days, we'll have different things happening. If your child is a picky eater, just so you know, we've got about 40% of our campers bring their lunch, which we refrigerate every day, and then about 60% do our lunch program. If you're in that transition where your child is yet to really try lunch at school, this is the best place to try it at Chapin because the food is so great. And our recommendation would be to just try a week and start out that way before you sign up for the remaining weeks. Let your child experience it, let them try it. And if they love it, then you can call us up, that Wednesday before and just say, hey, can you add on the next week for us if your enrollment continues with us. So feel free to do that. And there's a cost to that, which is a weekly rate. You have to do it on a weekly basis only. Unfortunately, you can't do a 1 day here or 2 days there by session, just because we like to make the appropriate amount of food, and also we want to always have fresh food for our campers. So the chef would need to have that count from us every week in advance. So some tips about enrolling. So lots of families ask us, when is the right time to enroll? So believe it or not, we had our families, a number of families from Chapin who signed up during the last week of camp. And then our early bird expired on January 6th, which we had a good percentage of our families re-enroll again. And now we are into our winter promo where families can save 2.5% off of our standard rates to secure their spot for the summer. Between now and really the end of March is really when that time frame becomes a moment where groups will fill and sometimes wait lists will form for certain age groups. So to enroll, it's very easy to do online by going to our website at esfcamps.com, and you can choose the weeks and the programs you would like for your children. And ways to save would be to sign up before February 29th at midnight to really take advantage of this winter promo discount, which is which in addition to that savings, you'll get a multi-week discount, a sibling discount, and also an opportunity to refer someone. So you'll be able to take advantage of multiple discounts. Does ESF have a wait list? Yes, each year enrollment is limited, and we do have wait lists that start to form, sometime in late January and February. And as I mentioned, you want to make sure you do that between now and really March. We do offer wait lists. If your child is our desired weeks are sold out, we will put you at the top of the list, and we will keep you posted if anything changes. We do have other options for you if you really need that coverage for that week as well. And so just know that our enrollment is based on first come, first serve. And in 2023, we did have a number of families who are waitlisted. So we're going to try our best to always accommodate waitlist requests by staying in touch with you. And but it's definitely important for parents, and we recommend highly to do it as early as you can when you know your summer schedule. And as I mentioned, we encourage you to sign up before February 29th at midnight to secure your spot for summer 2024. So to contact us, you can either email us at admissions@esfcamps.com. You can call us directly on our phone number at 609-896-0606. Feel free to ask for myself, Michelle, Jessica, or any of our team members. We'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Our website is esfcamps.com, and you can learn more by scanning the QR code. What I'd like to do now is just go to a couple questions we have received from tonight's panel, from tonight's families. One question that we received from a parent is relating to our aquatics program. And the question is, my child has never swam before, so they're a basic beginner. How do you accommodate? Michelle, do you want to go first?
Sure. So as I mentioned before, we will do a swim test on the first day the camper comes to camp. We understand a lot of our youngest campers have never been in a pool before. The pool is it's a very shallow pool. It's a 3-foot pool, a 4-foot pool. And so there is a rope along the wall. So campers will hold on to the wall until they are instructed to go. Every camper will have a lifeguard right there with them. And we also, from each group, especially our youngest groups, we have a counselor get in the pool to have an extra set of hands in the pool at all times. So that way, if a lifeguard is taking a young camper away from the wall, there's a counselor there right at the wall to make sure that everybody is holding on until their turn comes. So they will test them, and obviously if they've never been in a pool before, they would be a very beginner, and they are trained, and they have a program that they use through the American Red Cross in the basic, what is the first step that you do in order to help a camper become a swimmer, and then they will do from there. So no concerns about that. There's an aquatics director that is on deck at all times. And at Chapin, there are 2 lifeguards on deck watching the pool at all times in lifeguard chairs. And then the rest of the lifeguards are actually in the pool. So lifeguards and swim instructors, there's typically anywhere from 4 to 6 in the pool, 2 outside the pool, plus an aquatics director.
I'll just add that swimming is probably our number one activity for all of our campers from ages 3 all the way up to 15. We really pride ourselves with our swim program. We think it's the best around. For a basic beginner, your child will learn how to swim within 2 weeks. They'll have the confidence to know how to swim. And our instructors, the way we approach a child in their swim ability is very different from most camps. Most camps would actually have where your child is placed according to their ability level. And that is not what we do. We actually work with every child by doing a water safety test on their first day with us. We establish what level of swim they are. And then campers are developed really one-on-one with our campers, with our staff members. Our aquatic staff takes great pride in it. So we'll do an evaluation, then we'll keep track of your child's ability and what levels of swimming that they can achieve. They will know exactly what levels. As they achieve every level, they'll get a ribbon. You'll get kind of an evaluation sheet, and it's a pretty phenomenal program. For our youngest campers, as Michelle mentioned, in the shallow end, your camper would actually be able to stand, and that's where they would hold on to the rope. But it's a great teaching pool that we built, which is customized, which allows our basic beginner campers and even campers who are swimming competitively to really be to learn in that pool and to also have the time of their life and to develop, which we're really proud about. Second question comes from a parent who basically said, what is the difference between your specialty camps and your day camp? I think the best way to answer that question is really the day camp, like our sports camp and like our day camp and our senior camp are very similar because it's really a program, and our sports camp are really three different types of camps where the activities really range from a mile wide, where our campers can try things and they do different things throughout the course of the day. The specialty camps is really where you go a mile deep into one area. Like, for instance, with our marine biology program or our junior doctors program, they're doing that throughout the day versus swimming, sports, art, science, like they would do in day camp. So our specialty programs are these 1 week experiences, which we call major camps, where they're doing that major throughout the day versus a day camp, a sports camp, or senior camp where they're doing activities throughout the day, which are different. Like in Sports Lab, they're playing 8 different sports every week, and they're playing 2 different sports a day. So if your child is interested in playing kind of which they live, eat, and breathe sports, or you're interested in them learning to play multiple sports, then Sports Lab is the place. If your child's on the creative side, loves art and sciences and doing different things, then a day camp or senior camps for them. If they really want to get into the sciences or into the art side, that's where maybe they might be interested in doing major camp for the week. And so there's a really different type of unique experience for each and every one of those programs. So feel free to reach out to us if you're thinking about one over the other. And by you telling us a little more about your child, that'll help us help you make that decision with just things that we'll be doing at camp that may suit their interest and might be a perfect match for them. Our next question is for you, Bill. Can you tell us a little more about Chapin and what grades does it offer students and families?
Chapin is pre-K starting with grade 3 and goes all the way through grade 8. We have about 200 students, about 15 students per grade in the lower school. We've got about 12 to 14 in our early childhood program, and then our class sizes average about 12 or 13 in our middle school.
Great. And we have one other question. It might be coming from the same person. Is there an open house opportunity for school? And how do you go about learning more about the school?
If you reach out to our admission director, Mary Diggin, at mdiggan, MDIGGAN, at chapinschool.org, we can arrange a tour and a visit at any time. Mary's happy to always to answer questions. She's always happy to provide a tour, and we provide tours essentially year round.
Great. Thank you, Bill. Well, we want to thank everyone for taking the time to be a part of our webinar tonight. We hope you enjoyed our virtual open house. Feel free to give us a call should you ever have any questions about your summer plans, about what program might be best for your child, and feel free to contact us should you want to learn anything more about Chapin and all the great things that they're doing. We'll be happy to introduce you to Chapin as well. So thank you again for attending, and we look forward to and hope to see you this summer. Thank you, everyone.